Hello and welcome to Lead with Love, the channel. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a little break, but I this is what I do. This is my day job. This is my night job, my overnight job. This is my pastime. My pastime is making these YouTube videos. I make the videos. It's to bring awareness. It's to bring awareness to black magic. I know you guys like you always talk about black magic, like oh my god. But it's like, we have to cleanse ourselves, protect ourselves. I do salt baths every day. You could use Florida water, holy water. There's always a way to cleanse yourself. They sell it. It is available to you. They won't tell you that you are protecting yourself. It's like you have to figure it out. Salt is, you can cleanse negative energies away, like to take a salt bath and wash all the negative energies away. I do that every day. I do that every day. And it's just crazy. But I wanted to talk about black magic. I wanted to talk about, the drug abuse. Drug abuse. I'm in the South Bronx. And it's a lot of drug abuse, drug addicts over here, methadone clinics over here, you know. And I wanted to talk about addiction because there was a time I wanted to be a counselor for for addiction. I wanted to be a counselor for that. I was told you can never be a counselor for an addict because you're not an addict. They will never listen to you because you've never experienced what they experience. I'm like, oh, like I would never be respected in the field because I'm not an addict. I was like, oh, okay. So I had to change my major, and do something else. But drug addiction is everywhere. Drug addiction, alcoholism is everywhere. But then it's also spiritual. You know, it's black magic. It's so evil and it's so bad. And then it's like it's a way a person can do a spell to control a situation. It's a spell to make you do things you don't want to do. It can make you a drug addict. It can make you be a prostitute. It can make you do all this kind of stuff. You're like, why am I doing all this stuff? And you don't even know why you're doing it. But it's because someone did a fucking spell on you. And then it's like when your vibration is low, when you're not awakened and you don't know yourself, you don't know your mind, you don't know how to protect yourself from people getting in your head and taking over your mind. And then now you're doing things that you don't want to do and you don't understand why you did it. And that's is black magic. And then it's like you can't understand it, you can't prove it. Some people, they can be wealthy business owners, they can have everything, and then they'll just start smoking crack one day and they lose everything. And it could have been a spell was done on them. But then there's always, you want to be logical to things, and it's like it's always something. When your vibration is low, it's easy for people to get in your head and make you do things that you don't want to do, make you be a whore, make you sleep around, make you do all this stuff, and you don't know why you did all this stuff. And it's like, oh my god. But it's magic. You can't explain magic. You can't explain black magic. Nobody wants to talk about black magic. Nobody wants to talk about all the spells they do to sit there and fuck up your whole life. Nobody wants to talk about, oh, they're doing a drug addict spell, or oh, they're doing something to you to make you be an alcoholic, make you drink, make you have all these kind of feelings. That's all you want to do. You want to get high all day, you want to drink all day, and you don't understand why are you like this, why are you doing this, and you don't even want to do it, and then you keep doing it, and it's like, oh my god. And addicts, they always say they're fighting demons. Black magic, they don't put a fucking spell on you. That's what I believe. Somebody did a spell. You break up with somebody and they're mad and they want you to be an addict, and they want you to be a whore, and they want you to be all this stuff, and then they'll sit there and do a spell to manipulate the situation to work in their favor so they can talk about you and they can say all this stuff about you, that you're this horrible person and you're doing all this stuff because they did a spell for you to do all this stuff. And it's like, we as people, we have to know ourselves, know our minds, know our body. People do stuff to make you sick, and then you don't know why the hell you're having all these problems, and you're going to the doctor and you're doing all this stuff, all these tests, and everything is negative. But it's spell work. People are doing spell work to affect your health, to affect your looks, to affect your mental state, to make you do things you don't want to do. And it's like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I don't want to, you have to know yourself, you love yourself. Like, you know what? I'm by myself, but I love myself, and I would never, I would never. The fuck? But it's like these people, they do black magic and they think that they can control any situation. They can do anything. They can get away with anything because you can't prove it. That's the whole thing. You can't prove it. I can't prove anything. I can't prove it. This is all spiritual knowledge. This is all shit. I had to go through some things and sit there and figure this shit out. And then when I see an addict, I'm like, damn, it's a spell. It's a spell because when you don't want to do something, you're not going to do it because you don't want to do it. But when addict, alcoholism, it's just something. It's something that's making them want to do it, making them want to get high, making them want to drink, making them want to do all these things, and it's making them be a whore. When you a whore and you sleeping around and you doing all this shit, they done did a fucking spell. They done put something in your drink. They done did something to make you unaware of make you unaware, and then you're doing all this shit and you don't even know why you're doing it, but it's all magic. It's like everything, it's magic. And then people that play in black magic, they always tell you, don't talk about it. Don't talk about black magic. They tell you don't talk about it because they don't want other people to figure out what the fuck they're doing. They don't want you to figure out, like, oh, you trying to get me to fucking drink all day and to smoke all day and to get high all day. You don't want me to go to work. You want me to be all fucked up. You don't want me to take care of my kids. Like, there's spells for this stuff. People do this shit to other people because they're so mad that you're so fucking great and awesome and amazing and you're a good mom and you take care of your kids. But then somebody will sit there and do a fucking spell to have you all fucked up. And it's like, why is all this happening? And it's because somebody did a spell. And you would never think anyone would do anything to you because people don't do these things. And people don't talk about magic. But it's like, yo, like, wake up. Like, this is all people do. They see you and you doing all this shit and you're so great and you're so awesome and you're so amazing. And people get jealous. And it's always your friends. It's always your family. It's always somebody that you have close to you, your co-workers. It's always somebody close to you that wants to sit there and have you all the way fucked up. Know yourself, love yourself, respect yourself, know your mind, know your body, know how you're feeling, know when something is off. Something is off. Know how to cleanse yourself, cleanse your spirit, because this is all spiritual. You can't explain it, you can't prove it. I take salt baths. I keep it in the bathroom. My daughter takes salt baths. She's 20, 21. It's like, because I do certain shit, but it's a reason why I do it. And then she's like, oh, it's to clear the negative energies. Yeah. Spray. Use the spray and spray yourself. It also removes negative energy. If you're around places and people like she's a DJ, so she's gonna be around all these people and all this energy. I'd be like, yo, spray yourself, spray yourself all over, because you don't know who you're gonna be around. You don't know what kind of energy you're gonna be around. Just spray yourself. It's only gonna protect you. That's all it's gonna do. It's just gonna protect you. I was like, just put it on and you're gonna be all right. You're gonna have a good time. Everybody's gonna be vibing to the music and it's gonna be all right. But I just wanted to talk about just be aware of things because people they never talk about black magic. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about the spells they do to people to make people do things, to make things work out in their favor. They try to control your mind. They try to take over your mind. You're having headaches. They're trying to take over your mind and make you think differently. So when I don't never have a headache. I know when you have a headache, somebody is fucking with your mind. Somebody's fucking with you. Like, I know that. That's what I see it. A headache is someone is fucking with you spiritually. Any kind of ailments that's wrong, I think of it as black magic because that's what these people do. And they just want to have you all the way fucked up. And I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna be fucked up. Like I know all this shit. I know all this shit these people doing. Like I fucking know this. I know what's up, but I can't prove it. So then I can't sit there and start acting up. I can't act up and I can't talk crazy. And then I can't even say that I know what they're doing. I just have to keep pushing forward and not let it affect me. I work on myself. I do things for myself. I make myself better. It's like, why am I gonna sit there and get high all day and drink all day and do nothing all day? Like, what? Like, it's so many things you could do in a day in 24 hours. It's like you can't let, like, it's the energy. People take over your mind. It makes you do things you don't want to do, makes you do things that you wouldn't normally do, and you don't understand why you're doing it. Cleanse yourself. Just cleanse yourself, cleanse your spirit, and pray. Just pray because prayer is the only thing that can overcome all this stuff because black magic is evil. Black magic is the lowest of the lowest of the lowest of the dirtiest kind of magic you could do to a person. It is evil. It is so evil because it can manipulate a situation and it can force situations. It can make things happen. It makes things happen to the person doing the spell. And it's just like, wow, like, a lot of people don't know or don't realize it. And that's why it works because nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Like, why is all this stuff continuing to go on? It's because they're doing black magic. You can't prove it. You can't prove black magic. So it continues. They do breakup spells. They do love spells. They do all this kind of stuff. They do love spells. They do honey jar spells to sweeten a situation so that it'll just work in their favor. Or they'll do a love spell on you just so that you can do whatever the fuck they want you to do. I know when somebody is messing with my mind, with my mind, my head hurts. I never have a headache. I'll have a headache because somebody's fucking with my mind, and I'm like, oh my god, like they don't stop. Like it doesn't stop. But I have to be aware. This is how I learn because they do all this shit, and then they just think that you don't know, and they think that you're gonna be all fucked up. Like I know myself. I know my mind, I know my body, and I am not gonna be fucked up. I refuse to be fucked up. I'm like, when my head was hurting the other day, and it was like real. I was like, oh, somebody fucking with me. So I just sprayed myself. I was like, I rebuke this energy. I was like, this shit is not gonna affect my life. My heart will be tightening like somebody's doing a death spell. Doing a death spell, heart, whatever spell they're doing is to affect my health or my body. But I know what they're doing. I don't get mad. I don't freak out. I don't get scared because I know what the fuck is going on. They're sitting here and they're playing in magic. They're mad. They're upset. Like, It's like I just stay calm. I'm like, I'm not gonna get upset. I'm not gonna get angry. I'm gonna just calm down. It's like you can't get upset because it's gonna make your heart rate go faster. You get mad, you're gonna mess yourself up even worse, and then people are doing spells. So you can't let yourself get upset. I can't let myself get angry. I can't let myself come out of character because they're doing spells to make me act up or to make me, my heart rate, to make the heart rate go up, make your blood like, I try to stay calm so that nothing can affect me. So it's like they could do whatever they want to do. It's not gonna affect me because I'm like emotionless. Like I don't fucking care. And I'm like, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna get upset, because I know what this is. I lost my wallet the other day. I lost my wallet. It was just my little wallet, my little, how you say, it was little, it wasn't important. It was like my debit card and like a little bit of cash, like my pocket money. I lost that. I went to the Chinese, I ordered the Chinese food, then I went to the bodega. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get some drinks, and I got the drinks and I got everything, and I'm going back to the Chinese store, and my wallet was gone. And then I went outside and looked outside. There's nothing outside. Nobody said anything. Nobody saw anything. And there's nothing but crackheads and drug addicts outside. And I'm like, nobody gonna give me my wallet. I went back to the store to see if I left it in the store. It's not in the store. And I had to go back to the Chinese, cancel the order. I'll be like, I lost my wallet. She's like, you don't got no money. I was like, I was looking at her. And then I was like, I lost my wallet. She was like, oh, you don't got no money? I was like, I'm sorry, but she's an old lady. Like, she was just being funny, right? But I was like, I could have been mad. I could have lost my shit. I could have been talking crazy, but I can't get mad. I can't get mad because I know people doing stuff. They doing spells. I didn't do my cleansing before I left the house. So it's like, it's all energy. It's fine. The money was my pocket money, so it wasn't important. It was just money to play with. I had to go get a new card, and then I have to go for this other card, but then it's only open on Monday, so I gotta wait for Monday. And it's just a lot. And then it's like, I know people are doing work. They're doing work, and it's just, I can't react to it. I can't be mad. I just have to keep pushing forward. And I drink water. Like, if I get thirsty, I'm drinking water. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do nothing because I know what it is. And it's like, I'm not gonna indulge in things like that because people do spells for you to be a drug addict, for you to drink, for you drink excessively. Because I used to drink all the time. It wasn't a day that go by that I had a drink. It was bottles everywhere. I was always drinking, and then it came to the point where I was like, you know what, I don't want to drink anymore, and I just stopped. Stop drinking, and I make my own wine now. I make my own wine. I be so bored in this house, and I just make my own wine. I make my own things because everything is spell work. People put stuff in your, I don't fuck around. I'm creative, and I'll think of a way to do things myself so that I don't have to go to anyone and ask for stuff. 'Cause I'm like, oh, they don't probably did some shit to it. And then it's in your possession. So, and then it's affecting you some kind of way just because it's there. Yeah, I'm real, people always attacking. And then it's like, I'm just careful with myself. I'm careful with my body. I'm careful where I go. I'm careful with what is around me because I look at the shit that is around me and I already know what the hell is going on. This is the South Bronx. It's nothing but addicts over here. But and then it's like it's spell work, to make them like that. They could be in a relationship It goes bad. Then the ex will do a fucking drug addict spell on them. They'll do something to them to have them all the way fucked up. They'll lose everything because of a crazy ex, you know? And it's black magic. You can't prove it. Like you can't prove it's magic. So it's like you going through all this shit and then you don't even know it's a fucking spell. Somebody that's mad at you that done did something to affect your life and ruin your whole life, and then you can't prove it. Like all this stuff happens and you can't prove anything. All you can do is cleanse yourself and protect yourself. I just wanted to talk about the black magic because black magic is a problem. It's a problem. Nobody ever wants to talk about it. Nobody ever wants to say the spells that they do to people. You know, nobody wants to say, they just look at you going through all this shit, but they won't say what they did. They won't say what they did to affect your life, to ruin your life. They'll bury something, they'll put it in a freezer. The freezer, a freezer spell is like they put your name, whatever, and they'll put it in the freezer so it'll just slow you down. You know, people just do shit, and it's like, why would they want to sit there and just do shit to people? They do it because they think it's a game. They think it's a joke. They think your life is nothing and that they have control and they can do whatever they want to your life. The energy always goes back. All you need is God. All you need is prayer. All you need is to wake up. Wake up from this shit, you know, rebuke this energy. I don't want this energy, you know, cleanse yourself and pray to be free from all this shit. From all this shit, because it is a problem. It's a problem. It's a problem here in the South Bronx. The whole thing is you can't prove it. Can't prove it. But it's a Latin community. It's in the Caribbean. That's where all this shit is. That's what people do. But you can't prove it. It's crazy. Cleansing is important. And I am going to do the return to senders. I took a break. I just took a break because I'm like, you know what? There's so much going on. There's so much going on. And then it's like, I have to stay calm. I have to not overreact. I can't say anything. But it's like stuff keeps happening. And then it's like stuff keeps happening. It's because people doing stuff. It's because I'm talking. It's because I'm posting more. It's because I'm talking about things that nobody wants to talk about. Nobody wants to look into it. And everything is magic. Everything is magic. They hide information. Information is hidden so that nobody will check. Illusions are up so nobody will check. So you can't see it. And it's right in your face, but you still can't see it. Magic. It's black magic. People playing in black magic. Spells break once you speak your truth. The spell breaks. That's the thing. That's why they don't want you to talk about it. That's what, because they want the spell to continue. Once you start talking about it, you break the spell, you break the illusion. People start to wake the fuck up, you know? So I am gonna be talking about it. I talk about it, but it's not to make anyone afraid. I don't want to scare anyone. I just want people to be aware, like to wake up and see this life for what it is, because everything that happens is always more to it as to why this is happening. You know, the thing is, we can't prove it, but it's like we have to know. You gotta know. You gotta pay attention. Cleanse yourself, your energy. Take care. Pray. God is the strongest. God is all powerful. God is the highest. It's like, why would you want to go against God? Why would you want to do anything to make God upset? To make your ancestors upset with you? Like, I don't understand like how these people do all this stuff and think that nothing's gonna happen, think that nothing that they do is gonna affect the ancestors. Like, you're gonna die, you're gonna become an ancestor, and all the fucked up shit that you did fucked yourself up in the spirit realm, and then it set the ancestors back even further. That's what happens. We're supposed to be here In this life, we're supposed to be breaking the curses, cleaning up the bloodline, figuring things out, making things better so that when you do pass, you're not in a fucked up situation. But no one pays attention to this because you can't see it. You can't see it. It's just, you can't see the spirit, but you know it's there. Spirits are always with me. My ancestors' altar is right there. I talk, they right there. They watching me. It's like, I don't know what else to say. I just wanted to talk about drug abuse, alcoholism. It's a spell. It's a spell. People have issues, they have problems. The way you grow up, the way things that happen in life, you don't know how to cope, but at the same time, it's a fucking spell. They're fighting demons. I remember DMX would say he's fighting demons. He would say that all the time. He's fighting demons. It's because for me, it's a spell. Like somebody did a spell on that man. You know, everything you do in this life comes back to you. All the evil that you do to someone, it comes back to you and it haunts you. You know, everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. It's like, pay attention. Leave with love, stay positive, vibe high. I'll see you later. Bye.